Hello everyone, today I will explain 5 technical questions from the CCNA to you. First, let's look at the first question. The first question is a multiple choice question. It asks us about this network. We deploy this private APP address for 2 reasons. What are these 2 reasons? Then it provides 5 reasons here. The first one says it's for the organized hierarchical structure of subnetting. This is not the main reason, so this question is wrong. This answer is incorrect. Option A is wrong. Then option B. Option B says it's to reduce maintenance costs, and we know that public IP addresses cost money. So reducing maintenance costs should be correct. Then let's look at option C. Option C says to use local IP addresses and separate it from the global routing table, that is, separate it from the global public network routing table. This is also correct. This description is also correct, so currently B and C are correct. Now let's look at option D. Option D says to hide sensitive information from internal users of the enterprise. This data, this doesn't really relate, so this is incorrect. Then let's look at the last option, providing through the internet, that is, through the operator, secure. This routing protection is to protect data. This has nothing to do with private network private addresses, so this is incorrect. The correct answer to this question is B and C. Let's look at the correct answer. Choose B and C. All right, let's look at the fourth point. Fourth question, this second question, this is very simple. It asks us about the transmission medium. For example, here it provides 2 types of transmission media. One is this here, and the other is LR, these 2 types of interfaces. So this, what shared attribute? It asks us what attribute is shared. This is a single choice question. First, let's look at this, the 4 options below, A, B, C, D, the first option. The first option says these 2. It says both of these are this. Single mode fiber. That is incorrect. Single mode fiber. This S2 is the single mode fiber, so this option A is incorrect. Then, relatively speaking, option D says both of these are multi-mode fibers, but only this LR is multi-mode. So option D is also incorrect. Now, for the remaining 2, B and C, let's look at option B, it says. What are both of these? They are this. UTP cables. Cables, these are electrical signals, copper cables, which are Ethernet. This unshielded twisted pair. So this option is also incorrect. The correct answer is option C, which says both of these are optical, using fiber optics as the transmission medium. So the correct answer to this question is option C. Let's look at the correct answer. Download. Okay, next question. The third question asks us, which type of device? Which type of device? This, according to a set of rules, these rules are to reject or allow this based on a set of rules. The traffic on the network. So what are these rules? It's about writing such rules to reject or allow the traffic on the network. What is this device? A switch? No. Then this goes to ACAP. AP access device. No. This wireless controller. AC also doesn't work, so the correct answer is this. So the answer to this question is option B. Firewall. Let's look at the correct answer. Choose B. Okay, the fourth question. The fourth question is also about firewalls. It asks about the role of the firewall. In a company, what is its function? In the enterprise network, what is the role of this node? What is its function? Let's look at option A. It says, which data packets? Confirm which data packets are allowed. From an unsecured network to a secure network, this description should be correct. Then let's look at the next option, option B. Handles unauthorized data packets and allows them into the less secure parts of the network. Well, unauthorized ones are definitely not allowed. So, it won't handle unauthorized packets, so option B is wrong. Let's look at option C, which is based on what's called stateless. Stateless. It checks the packets. It checks the stateless packets. And this description doesn't fit, so this is wrong. Then the fourth option is to deny all packets, entering the management domain. By default, it doesn't. By default. Actually, a firewall by default denies all packets, not just those entering the management domain. So the correct answer to this question is option A. Let's look at the correct answer. Choose A. All right, then the topic of the fifth question. It's a bit long, so we'll extract the question. This question, it says, refer to this diagram. Refer to this diagram. Then we must in this configure a subnet. Where is this subnet? This subnet, these three subnets, must meet this condition. How many hosts are there? Which is this. There are 923 hosts here. And here there are 3004, 3641 hosts. And here there are 225 hosts. So this uses 24 bits. That's enough, right? It's sufficient. So in this place, these two places, both need to use this CIDR technology, which means borrowing bits to the left, right? So how do we borrow bits? In this place, for example, let's take this subnet. This subnet, we have 24 bits. How many hosts does it have? There are 256 addresses with 254 usable addresses, right? So we borrow one bit to the left to make it 23 bits. Then this needs to be multiplied by 2, right? Multiply by 2, which equals 512. But 512 still can't satisfy this 923, right? So we borrow another bit to the left to make it 22 bits. Multiply by 2 again here. This gives 1024 hosts, meaning there can be 1024 IP addresses, but the usable IP addresses need to exclude the first and last. The first is the network address, and the last is the broadcast address. So there are 1022 usable addresses. So we need to use this 22-bit, right? The 22-bit subnet is written as 22, which is 05.255.252.0, right? So let's take a look. Let's look at the answer options. The first option, option A, and this is option B. I'll arrange them together. And then option C. Option D, then let's look at these four options. Regarding the configuration of this subnet on the R7 device, we don't need to look below. Let's check the mask configured for 27. 192, this is wrong. Right, 240. Wrong. 252 is correct. 192 is incorrect. So there's no need to look at anything else for this question. The correct answer is C. Let's look at the correct answer. The correct answer is C. All right, submit. If anyone wants to learn Cisco technology or obtain Cisco question banks, please send me a private message. I can also engage in technical discussions in the comments below the video.